Hello everyone, welcome to the solutions for the ACET 2024 December paper. We're at question 3 now. Question 3 is a question on theory of equations. So the problem that is given to you is x to the power 20 equal to x to the power 24. Now in these problems it might be very tempting to cancel x to the power 20, but please do not do that because we do not know if x is 0 or not. If x is 0, then you cannot cancel on both sides. Alright, so it's better to always bring both the functions to one side, and you have this x to the power 24 minus x to the power 20 equal to 0. Now you can take x to the power 20 common and you would be left with x to the power 4 minus 1. You can continue with the factorization and this will give you x to the power 20 into x square minus 1 into x square plus 1, just factorizing it with a square minus b square, and then you can factorize this x square minus 1 as well, right? So this will become x plus 1 into x minus 1 and x square plus 1. So how many roots do you have here actually? Here you have 20 copies of x equal to 0, right? Now if a root gets repeated a certain number of times, then the number of repetitions is called the multiplicity of the roots, isn't it? So here the multiplicity of 0 is 24, but we only have to calculate the distinct real roots. So all of these 20 zeros will be considered as 1. Okay, so we have one unique root as 0, the other will be x equal to minus 1, and the last one would be x equal to 1. So we have three distinct real roots. If we have three distinct real roots, then m is equal to 3, right? Because m distinct real roots. Now let us look at the non-real roots. For non-real roots, we would look into this portion, right? X square plus 1 equal to 0 means x square equal to minus 1. This means x equal to plus minus I, right? Taking help from the concept of complex numbers, x is equal to plus minus I. Now again there are two unique roots, I and minus I. So two unique non-real roots means n equal to 2. So we have m equal to 3 and n equal to 2. Now 10m plus n, what does this become? 10 into 3 plus 2, this becomes 32. Now 32 is a power of 2, yes. A prime number, no. Divisible by 3, no. None of the above, no, because we already have option A. Okay, 32 is 2 to the power 6, right? 2 square is 4, 4 into 2 is 8, 16, 32. Okay, so 3, option A will be marked. Alright, there are some pitfalls here. Do not take 20 zeros. Alright, so make sure that you are not taking m equal to 23 or something, because that will get you in a lot of trouble with the answer. Alright, you do not have to calculate the multiplicity of the roots, you just have to make sure you are counting the number of unique roots. Okay, now we are at question 4. Question 4 is on functions, integration, trigonometry, a mixture of them. Alpha is equal to root over 0 to root over of 2024 dx by 1 plus x square. Now this is a standard form, dx by 1 plus x square. This is tan inverse x, right? So we would be evaluating tan inverse x from 0 to root over of 2024. This means tan inverse root over 2024 minus tan inverse 0 is 0, right? So let us not write that down. Now tan inverse 2024 is in the first quadrant, isn't it? Because it's a positive number. So tan is positive in the first quadrant as well as in the fourth quadrant. So since this is a positive number, we would put it in the first quadrant, right? So if the value given here alpha is tan inverse 2024, then tan alpha would be equal to 2024 and tan square alpha would be equal to 2024, right? Because tan inverse alpha, tan inverse 2024 was equal to alpha, so tan alpha will be equal to root over 2024 and tan square alpha will be equal to 2024. Fine. Do we have to calculate sec alpha? How do we calculate sec alpha? This is by the identity 1 plus tan square alpha equal to sec square alpha, right? So 1 plus 2024 equal to sec square alpha. Now we did this in the first question, right? I told you that root over of 2025 is 45, so we would just put sec alpha equal to 45. Okay, now as we are dealing with the first quadrant only, then we would only consider the positive root, because in the first quadrant everything is positive, right? Cos would be positive in the second quadrant. Alright, so we would not be accepting the negative 45 value here, because that would shift the quadrants. our calculations were being done in the first quadrant. Alright, so for the first quadrant sec alpha is 45, and among A, B, C, what are the options that we can match? A, right? Positive integer. Not an integer, nope. Positive irrational number, nope. So option A. Okay, again, two very simple questions. Question 3 had 2 marks to it, so it was a bit more conceptual, but question 4 was again a 1 mark question, which made it quite easy to solve. Alright, hopefully you have solved these questions in the previous exam, and for those that will be appearing in the next exam, just make sure you look into these portions from your current syllabus so that you have a thorough revision of these. Okay, if you need any help with that, do not hesitate to contact the numbers given on the banner. The number you see that is given here has WhatsApp enabled onto it, so if you want, you can drop a message, our team will look into it. You can also send an email to the email ID that is given. Our team monitors both of these contact points, so you can expect a reply. And if you have any comment, suggestion, feedback, or anything to suggest, or anything to say to us, you can use the YouTube comment section. In the description of this video, you will find the details of the exam as well as the details of this institute, so you can collect the contact information from there as well and get in touch with us. Okay, do not hesitate to contact us for any academic help you might need. We will try our best to provide you with all the help we can. With that being said, I'll end this video here. Thank you all for joining, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, take care.